What's going on, guys? It's been a while since I made a video, and today I'm talking about a very sensitive topic nowadays in America, and that is tariffs. And more specifically, how tariffs are currently going to affect the car markets. Obviously, I do videos on cars, so I'm going to talk about the tariff effects on cars because it's actually a pretty big deal at the moment, especially if you live in the United States, like I do. Now, I'm going to try to keep this video as politically unbiased as I can. I'm not trying to get into the politics of all the tariffs and Trump's policies, none of that stuff. I'm just trying to specifically make this video on what I think is going to happen with the car market and what that really means for you guys or for me or anything in between. For those of you that don't know what is going on with tariffs and with the United States has imposed like massive tariffs on pretty much all the other countries, which affects everything, including cars. Car prices are going to go up. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They are going to go up. How badly they go up really depends on how this whole trade war plays out. Because I'm going to do a lot of comparisons between this and COVID, because there are a lot of similarities in this and with COVID. When the pandemic hit, car prices pretty much went through the roof. The issue that pretty much existed was an issue of supply. There was the whole issue with like chip shortages and then factories being closed and everything in between. So essentially they weren't pumping out as many new cars as they really should have been. The new cars that were made and being pumped out, they had massive markups on them. So if you could get your hands on, a new car, it was like 10, 20,000 over MSRP in some cases. So essentially, if you wanted to buy a car, you were paying a lot more money to get what you wanted, if it was even available in the first place. Then what happened to used car prices? Well, everyone being as intelligent as they are thinks, well, instead of buying a new car, I'm just gonna buy a used car. Which is great for you and all the other millions of people that were thinking the exact same thing. So used car prices skyrocketed. If you're trying to sell your car or if you're a dealership, that's great. You can literally pay over sticker for someone else's car to then flip it and sell it. Like, it was an insanely ridiculous time. So what I think is specifically going to happen with tariffs is obviously new cars are going to be a lot more expensive. Some car manufacturers have said that they're going to hold off on tariffs for a little while, and then inevitably it just is what it is. They're going to have to pass them down to consumers. Like your Hondas, your Toyotas, they do not have 20% margins that they can just eat. So if you're going to be in the market for a new car, you're going to be paying a lot more money in probably the coming months. I don't think it's something that's really going to impact us like next week, but definitely in the coming months, depending when you're watching this video, it is going to have an impact. How's that going to affect used car prices? Inevitably, for the exact same reason that I mentioned that people were doing during COVID, where they're thinking, I'm just going to buy a used car instead, used car prices are also going to skyrocket. So basically, if you're in the market for a car a couple months from now, you're going to be paying a lot more, whether it's new or used. Now, how can you benefit from this? Well, I think you can benefit from this if you're looking to sell your car. I'm in a position where I am very much looking and was looking, regardless of the tariffs, to at the end of this year, most likely, like 95% sure, sell my BMW M2. So that is actually a very, very good thing for me. What I think is going to happen is my M2 is probably going to go up in value. Not because of the car itself, but simply because of the politics of the tariffs. It may not be a full 20% increase on the value of my car, but it will be an increase. That is just what's going to happen. So I think if you're going to be selling your car, I would say wait and hold off on selling your car until the tariffs really kick in and market really starts to adjust. Used car prices start to go up after new car prices start to go up as well. Now, if you're looking to buy a car, in my opinion, I think now is the best time to buy a car. Like, if you're looking to get into something, it's kind of like a now or maybe at some point in the future kind of a deal right now. Because the market hasn't really been affected all that much just yet. So I would say instead of paying like 20% more for a car 6 months from now, I would say if you're looking to buy a car, now is probably the best bet you have. The tariffs will eventually be dropped, and things are going to slowly go back to normal. So that's where I think this is going to differ a little bit from COVID, where COVID was kind of more of a supply and demand issue, whereas now it's more of a policy and politics kind of an issue. So inevitably, when the policies change and these tariffs go away, things are slowly going to start going back to normal. That is the hope. Now, how long that takes, whether it's this year, next year, no one really knows right now. Everything's just kind of a mess. You can make one video talking about tariffs and then the next day it's already outdated. Yeah, if you're looking to sell your car, I would say hold off for a little while. If you're looking to buy a car, I would say now is probably the better option. Just buy the car you want now. Like I said, I am probably selling my M2. I'll make a video at some point about why I want to sell it and all that, but I'm probably selling my M2 at the end of this year. So I'm probably going to make out very well. And I might make out very well twofold, because a lot of that money from the sale of the M2, all that money is pretty much going to go into some investment, whether it's Bitcoin, the S&P 500. It's all going to be invested. And right now, kind of the twofold aspect is the stock market, if you've been following, is taking a dip. And by a dip, it's like a fat plunge off of a cliff. That is kind of what is happening with the stock market right now, which is, as a young person, phenomenal. I know a lot of people tend to panic about, the stock market dropping. Oh no, the stock market went down, it went down. It sucks if you're approaching retirement, or if you're looking to make a big purchase, because you have to liquidate that money, and that's not when you want to be liquidating your money, when it's at the bottom. You want to wait for the stocks to go up and then liquidate your money. That's kind of the point. So what's great for me is I'm basically going to have an extra 35 grand that I can invest into some investment at a heavy discount, because inevitably everything is going to go back up to what it was and then probably surpass it. That's what it always does. If I have the opportunity to buy stocks and everything at basically like a 15-20% discount, like that is huge net worth increases years from now. That is massive. So I'm looking at coming out very well out of this whole situation. That's just a lot of the timing and kind of luck for me, because I was initially planning on selling my car anyway, so it kind of really worked out, and I planned on taking that money and investing it anyway. So it's stuff that I was already gonna do. It's just I kind of lucked out with the economic situation that we have right now. So those are kind of my thoughts on the tariffs as a car guy, what I think is going to happen to the car market for new cars and used cars, and kind of some of my, suggestions on what I think is the good move to make right now or not make. Those are my thoughts. Leave a comment, leave me a like if you like this video, and subscribe if you want to watch more videos from me in the future. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.